Coordinated, episode 311, March 2026, monthly action items. Greetings, AP coordinators. I'm Karli, school counselor and AP coordinator.
And I'm Abby McCrate, also a school counselor and, of course, an AP coordinator. Thanks for joining us. It's Monday, March 2nd, 2026, and Karli and I are here to talk about what's happening this month for us as AP coordinators.
Right, Abby. And there's definitely something happening this month. Definitely. It's our last big deadline. March 13th, 2026 is the date. 11:59 p.m. Eastern is the time. It's coming up soon. Very soon.
We are talking about, drumroll please, the spring course order and fall order changes deadline. That, my friends, is the date by which orders for new AP exams will be submitted. Our previously submitted exam orders will be updated, if needed, and we will be one step closer to getting the actual AP exam testing season underway.
That's right, Abby. I can't wait.
So, for today's episode, let's share a few action items in preparation for March 13th. And, Karli, if you're up for it, I'd love to share with you and our fellow coordinators some updates to Test Day Toolkit that are going to make our lives easier when it's time for AP testing.
Hello. Yes, I'm totally up for it. Let's talk spring course orders. Let's talk fall order changes. And definitely let's talk updates to Test Day Toolkit. May is 2 short months away. Very short. Let's do this. Time to get organized, time to get inspired, and it's time to get coordinated.
Good morning, Karli. How are you on this fine first Monday of March?
I am doing well. We are well into planning next school year. We've been doing course registration with students for the last month or so. So it feels like we're already kind of planning for next year in a lot of ways.
Wow. I know what you mean. Although when you first said that you're planning for next year, I was like, what? That's crazy. But it's not, because that's exactly what I'm doing too. Getting ready for next year, course selections. What are you going to take for senior year? That kind of stuff. Yeah, March, same. March is, it's marching ahead. And I'm really looking forward to my school's spring break at the end of this month.
Oh, that is so nice. A break is always appreciated. Ours doesn't come until April, but it is coming. And while we don't really take a break from AP coordinator duties in March, all of the work we've been doing to manage our rosters and AP registration and ordering will pay off. We just have a few things to check to make sure our order is finalized by Friday, March 13th.
That is true. So let's review a few of the final things we should take action on so we can rest easy come March 13th.
Sounds good. I'll get us started. First, we want to make sure we've got all students enrolled for courses that started after November 14th, 2025. Do you have any of those courses at your school, Abby?
Oh, yes, we do. Our AP US Government course is only offered in the spring semester. That's semester 2 for us. And I just confirmed that all of those students have joined their class sections. So, check. What about you, Karli? Do you have any spring semester or trimester only courses?
Yeah, similar to you, we have AP US Government and AP Macroeconomics as semester-only classes that back up to each other. So they'll take one in first semester and switch to the other one for second semester. So I will pop into those classrooms at the beginning of second semester and remind them what the plan is to register and pay for their exams before the March deadline.
Well, then, I guess we should put a check mark down for you, too. We are on a roll. What's the next action item for March 13th?
Well, next would be to check for any order changes for fall semester or exam-only classes. For example, we'll want to check for any students who have dropped a course. If we haven't yet indicated their drop, we will need to do that. And after we indicate the drop, we'll see a screen that asks whether we want to keep the exam for that student or if we would like to remove the exam for that student.
Oh, right. Good reminder. And that brings to mind the fact that we can call AP Services for Educators to discuss waiving the fees for canceled exams if it was in the best interest of the student to drop that course and exam after the November 14th deadline. So then that $40 fee for the canceled exam can be waived if that's the case. I usually have a student or two every year for whom the counselor, the principal, the parents, we all decide that due to circumstances in that student's life that it's better for the student not to continue in an AP course.
That's true, and another good reminder, a really good reminder. And while you were talking, I looked it up. Yes, we have that in writing. It's at the very bottom of page 25 of the AP Coordinator's Manual, Part 1.
I love the double check. Thank you, Karli. And speaking of checks, what else should we be checking for before March 13th?
I'm so glad you asked, because now is also the time to check our rosters for transfer students. If we have students that have transferred out of our school, we'll want to make sure that we've used the transfer out function in AP registration and ordering. And if we have any students transferring in, we'll want to make sure that we're giving them the transfer code and not the join code for the class sections they need to join.
Yes, let's use that transfer code and avoid the $40 late order fee.
Exactly.
Okay, Karli, so we've reminded ourselves of a few actions we need to take. Anything else we should do before March 13th?
Well, yes. We can also look for any exam conflicts and move those students to late testing. Doing that now saves some clerical steps later on.
Oh, yes. And you know what? I'm happy to share that there's an easy way to search for exam conflicts because I just did this recently. If you go to the Students tab in AP registration and ordering, and you see there's all those filters like at the top of where all the students are listed. When
Mhm.
you find that exam date filter, you click on that, and that brings up a drop down menu. And one of the items there, it's the very bottom one, as I recall, is schedule conflicts.
Mhm.
So that's in that exam date filter, schedule conflicts. When you click on that, then it shows us only students who have two exams on the same date and at the same time.
That's right. And something I learned early on from other AP coordinators is that I, Karli Suge, the AP coordinator, should choose the exam that's moving to late testing and then inform the student of that change. Don't allow the student to choose. That way, I can make sure that that late testing date works with my school's calendar and room and proctor availability. And most importantly, keep the number of late testing sessions to a minimum.
Great tip, Karli. You're such a pro. Any other pro tips for us? Anything else we should do before the March 13th deadline?
Okay, yes, one last thing. We should make sure to order any additional CDs by March 13th as well.
I'm so glad you brought that up because I truly just did this last week. My overall numbers for each world language exam this year they're fairly small. I have I'm doing 4 of the world language and culture exams, but with each of those, I do have 1 or 2 students with extended time.
Mm,
So I definitely need those extra CDs because those students with extended time are going to be testing in different locations than the students without accommodations. So I really appreciate you sharing that reminder about updating our CD order in AP registration and ordering.
absolutely. And now, Abby, if you can't tell by my voice, I've been not so patiently waiting for those Test Day Toolkit updates you promised. Let's hear it. I'd love to know what improvements to expect when we, AP coordinators, get access on March 16th.
Okay, yes, I am thrilled to be able to share some updated features of Test Day Toolkit. I feel like we should have another drum roll. Maybe too much, though?
Hmm. Yeah, 2 drum rolls in 1 episode would be a record.
Okay, okay. All right, then let me do my best dramatic reveal. The first awesome improvement to Test Day Toolkit is that we will now be able to see all of our students testing for a particular exam in one place. Test Day Toolkit will have a feature called Test Day Live, which will give AP coordinators the ability to watch as students in all rooms progress through the test.
Oh, wow, that sounds really helpful. It sounds like it will save us extra clicking and sorting and filtering.
Yes, yes. Like imagine you have 100 students testing for APUS government. You'll be able to see how many have checked into Blue Book, how many haven't, how many are ready to test,
Mhm.
even if those 100 students are spread across, say, 3 different testing rooms.
Yeah, that's awesome. Seeing all of that in one place can help us, spot and troubleshoot issues more quickly, I'd imagine.
Exactly.
So, all right, I like this, Abby. Updates that are making AP coordinators' jobs easier. Let's not stop now. Please tell me there's more to share about Test Day Toolkit.
Oh, yes, you bet. One other addition to Test Day Toolkit that I'm really excited about is a feature called Proctor Preview.
Mm.
Our proctors will be able to preview their test day scripts and to get a feel for navigating through Test Day Toolkit before test day. Yes, before test day. That is such a welcome change, if you ask me. My proctors were always nervous about not being given Test Day Toolkit access until the morning of the test. They wanted to be able to see the script, right? Like before, because
Mhm.
like, and bless them, they wanted to be able to prepare ahead of time.
Mhm.
They wanted to see the script in the site. And, we didn't want to compromise student data privacy by giving them full access.
Mhm.
So being able to show them the script ahead of time and access to what the site will look like, even though it's not the actual testing experience right then, that's going to help a lot with proctor confidence and with things running even more smoothly on test day.
Yeah, absolutely. I received a lot of those concerns from my proctors as well. They want our students to have the best testing experience. And when they don't feel prepared, that feels scary. So I'm really excited about this one. And, this saves time for us. We don't have to keep going back and letting them in and letting them in. We can kind
Yeah.
of decide how that works for us. But I
Yeah.
love that. That's a great change.
Yeah. And speaking of, what proctors were saying to you, I should also add that both of these updates that I shared to Test Day Toolkit, those were driven by feedback from, guess who? AP coordinators.
Hmm.
So we are hearing from our proctors, we're responding to surveys, we are letting College Board know what would feel more helpful to us as coordinators, and College Board is in turn responding. So I just wanted to let everybody know people are listening. So complete those surveys.
Yeah, that's a really good feeling. And thanks everyone for speaking up. So, wow, Abby, these are some great updates.
I second that. Well, thank you, Karli, for talking with me about actions to take before March 13th and the actions we can look forward to taking with the launch of Test Day Toolkit on March 16th.
It's always my pleasure. Coordinators are definitely people of action, and I know we're ready for what's ahead. Our hard work and preparation make sure we meet our deadlines, make sure exam season runs smoothly, and make sure we stay very, you know, coordinated. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoyed the show.
Karli and I will be back with you in April to share what we're working on for the month.
We see you, AP coordinators. We see the work that you're putting in, and we are certain that no one does it better. AP coordinators, we are truly good as gold.
And maybe I just don't know. I'll say it over and over and over again till I believe it's so. let's go.
Hey, AP coordinators, are you looking for quick answers to those common tasks we do in AP registration and ordering?
Especially some that we only do once a year, which, side note, Carly, for me, that is changing AP art and design portfolio types. I always need reminders about how to do that.
Absolutely, me too. Or would you like to teach your students how to troubleshoot their account login challenges before they come to you?
Mhm. If you answered yes to these questions, have we got the place for you?
The AP Coordinator Experience YouTube channel houses 4 different playlists as well as the coordinated podcast.
That's right, Carly, and it's an excellent resource. The playlist that might help us the most is the AP registration and ordering playlist. This features over 10 short videos on how to do everything in AP registration and ordering, from how to create a class section to my personal favorite, how to switch AP art and design exams, to how to switch students to late testing.
Support for AP students includes a video to help students troubleshoot any challenges they have when logging in to their College Board accounts. This is a favorite and a great way to ensure that our students are ready for exams in May.
We also have playlists for coordinators, the back to school workshops, and cue the excitement, a new playlist coming in January that will really help us out with another big topic. Stay tuned.
Visit the AP Coordinator Experience YouTube channel for all these videos and more.